Okay, so this is what Basecamp looks like. It's a web-based application, so you can get there anytime you want to. You just type in abci.basecamp.com into your browser, and you'll get there. And of course, you'll have a username and password because it is a secure system. Now, the neat thing about it is that we can add more people from your company as we need to, and you can invite more people from your company as you need to. This here is a sample project. You're going to have your own company name here on the top. This is actually just the home page for a project. And we or you can invite as many people from your company as is appropriate. So what that does is it really lets us decide, who needs to be participating, and also keep this secure to the people that need to see or don't need to see the different materials that we put into Basecamp. So, this project has John and myself because it is a sample project, and you can see we can just invite more people by adding their names here. All right, so here we are back at the home page. You can see on the home page we've got upcoming events over here on the right. On the left, we've got our latest project updates, and this will show me what has happened since I logged in the last time. And it'll show the discussions that are going on. This is actually a little bit more convenient than sending emails back and forth, because that way we have a record of everything that's been said about a particular idea or topic. And also, everybody included in the group can catch up even if they were added later. So then they can see, okay, going back to the beginning of this discussion on this particular project or this particular idea, here's what we were thinking. And that can be really helpful. Another thing that's in here are to-do lists. You can set up different lists and also different tasks within those lists. And we will talk about each of these items in turn, but just to give you an idea of the overview. You can also set up project settings, and this will let you do, let's see. You can subscribe to this project as an RSS feed so that it will send texts to your phone if you want it to do that way. You can set it up so that it will communicate with your calendar system. And we can talk about that individually with you depending on whether you're using Google Calendar or Outlook is a little bit different. You can also use your email to mail content to this project, so you don't even have to use a browser. You can just send an email from your phone or something like that and send content to the project. So that's the home page. Across the top of the home page, you can see we've got discussions. If I'm going to click on that, I can see a little bit more detail about what's going on. And you can see we just listed here, this is a place to add project discussions. Anything you write can be sent to anyone or everyone on this project and will also be archived for future reference. So then I can comment. I can write a comment on this, and it would help if I spelled correctly, wouldn't it? I can also drag and drop files into this discussion, and I can decide who I want to send an email to and let them know about this particular comment. So I can say I want to send it to someone, I can send it to no one, or I can send it to everyone on the project. And then I can also see the history of that discussion. So go back to the home page, that's discussions. To-dos is the next item. Now this is kind of neat because for each of these to-dos, and we already have it set up for our initial tasks, which happened before our first meeting 1, 2, 3, and 4, are standard items. And then of course we'll be adding items as we talk with you and go through that process. So you can see, like on this task, I can go ahead and put in a date, and I can also assign a person to that project. And when I assign a person, they're going to get an email letting them know this project or this task has been assigned to you, and here's the due date. That makes it really convenient to keep track of who's doing what and what needs to be done when, and make sure that everything gets done. So ideally, these all will have names and dates on them after our first meeting for the next meeting, and we refine that as we go forward. Okay, we also have dates on the project, and again, this communicates with either Google Calendar or Outlook or a number of other calendars, and we can talk with you individually about how to set that up so that it works the way you want it to. Another thing that we can do here is add files. Now, when I add a file, I can also select the people that I want to notify that this file's been updated, or I can not notify anyone and just, if I'm catching up at the end of the week and just making sure everything's in Basecamp, I may not want to notify anyone. I just upload the documents from that week and make sure that they're all there without bothering anyone by email. So we keep everything here, from the questionnaire to the recommendations to your competitive analysis, your status reports, your dashboard, everything. Excel files, Word files, video files if we use those, image files. It doesn't matter how big it is. We've got lots of space on this system, and we will buy more as we need to for your project. So don't worry about overloading it. If there's a chance that we will need a particular document or file for a project, it's actually really helpful if you just go ahead and put in anything that you think we might need, and that way it won't be a holdup for us later. So anyway, that is the story with Basecamp. It really helps us kind of keep the project in order, and also really helps us keep everything together.